Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, as always, I'd like to start off giving all honor, glory, infinite praise, and worship to our power, YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, HAQADASH. Double honors to our apostle, elder, bishops, of great millstone, rule well, teacher in the sound doctrine, and strong shalom to the hopeful elect, and the rest of the large multitude of men, women, and children, that the Lord will have mercy on these perilous times, perilous meaning dangerous times we're currently living in. All right, your brother HAQADASH representing the gentleman's branch in Cleveland, Lord willing, to bring out an edifying lesson through the spirit and power of YAHAWASHI. And I got a couple videos that I want to play, and we got a couple scriptures. The title the spirit gave me, something along the lines of dealing with the beast hating the whore. Okay, I'm gonna show a couple videos. I'm gonna show Trump. I'm gonna show Lord willing, I could show Lord willing is edifying, because you know what we see going on with President Trump. He's on a rampage, man. You know, he's doing exactly what we thought he would. Well, actually, he's doing exactly he's doing more than we thought he would do, which we expected it. But he's on a powerhouse move, man. You know, and it's happening faster than you would have thought. We know that these things were going to take place. We believe that these things are going to take place during his term, such as World War III, such as the return of our Lord, such as the MOTB, such as Jacob Trouble. We believe these things, you know, have faith in these things, you know, because the Lord could do whatever he want to do. He could have it where this guy, you know, is another president after him, even worse. I don't know, but I don't see another president being after him. You know what I'm saying? I believe it's too many signs and omens and omens and, you know, predictions and prophecies that he's too aligned with, man. You know, you even had a book written about him. It's called The Last Trump. You know, it's a lot of different things going on here symbolically, right? You know, because Esau tried to prophesy too on the left hand side so that he can be looked at. The only true power, only time something is looked at as power is if something was said about something hasn't been there yet and it comes to pass. All right, power is being able to foresee into the future. You know, one of many forms of power is being able to see into the future. Esau, he shows his power by the way of him being able to design a nuclear bomb, and you know, and different things. They talk about that in Revelation 13 and the means of his miracles, and you know his nuclear bombs, and him being able to have cameras and being able to see everything in any time, in real time, and he got his satellites. He got, you know what I'm saying. He got his got his planes, right? He got his, you know, his pharmaceuticals that, you know, he's playing God. You know, he got all things that you would think. He manipulate the elements, right? He create rain, he create snow. So he's performing God-like things on the earth, right? Thessalonians, the book of Thessalonians talk about these things, right? He sitteth in the seat of God, showing himself that he is God. So this man, you know, what else more do he have left to do besides try to figure out how to put the spirit in the body, and, you know, and so forth, and control the spirit, which he can't. Okay, Yahawashi said, Yahawashi said, don't fear him that could kill the body, but fear him that could kill the body and soul in hell. So I'm gonna play this video, and then we're gonna get to it. Right, this is a Native American. I believe, I forgot what tribe he is. He talks about how his father told him this, right? And it was a prediction about DJ Trump. Okay, I'm gonna play this.
Take a look. No man told me. Take a look. Whoever has this symbol in this world going to shake us up 2 times. And it just came to me quickly, and I wondered, what nation ever shown something similar to this one? Because they will be very intelligent people. They're going to produce many inventions of all types. They're going to be so powerful that they're going to use that to shake us up real hard. And they're going to almost destroy themselves. But later out of it, a new generation is going to rise. This time they will know what to do in the right manner, for the right purpose. Then the third one that will finally bring about purification of this land in this continent would be a man with red cap, red hat, or red cloak. Now we do not know who that nation is or what people, but they say those people will have a large population, and they will also have much scientific inventions of all type. Very powerful nation going to be. Then those that have done that, what we call purification, would be the real wicked people, would be a man with red cap, red hat, or red cloak.
So yeah, man, this is it. This is he. Who the we gotta be. Through the spirit, gotta be. And I believe that he will usher in the third woe. Revelation 17. No, let me go here first. This is Revelations 9. Because it comes up a couple times. Matter of fact, let me do it like this so that it can be next to each other. This is okay, let me read the first one, Revelations 9. Well, let's read the first one in 8. Revelations 8:13. And I beheld and heard an angel flying through the midst of heaven, saying with a loud voice, Woe, woe, woe to the inhabitants of the earth, by reason of the other voices of the trumpet of the 3 angels which are yet to sound. Right, and we're going to find out that this word woe simply means let's see how they do. Let's go to the blue letter. It means death and destruction. But let's go to the blue letter. Let's see if the blue letter gives it to us. says grief. An exclamation of grief. You know, let's see. See, they always change it, but it simply means grief or death and destruction, man. You know, so that's why it says whoa, 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 because it's three woes. Okay, it's three woes. Okay, and the Revelations 8 goes into the from Revelations 8, you know, to 9, you know, it deals with the destruction of Babylon the Great, or America the Great, you know, from World Wars I to World Wars II, and eventually the Third's Woe. All right, that's what this is talking about. When you jump down to chapter 9, Revelations 9 and 12, one woe was past, and behold, there come two woes more hereafter. The first world's war, you know, the first world's war. Okay, right? Okay, and then you jump down to the 11th verse in chapter 11, Revelations 11 and 14. The second woe is past, and behold, the third woe cometh quickly. So here you see a chronological, you know, chain of events, if you will. The Lord said the second woe is past, and behold, the third woe cometh quickly. Okay, and that's what we're dealing with. We're dealing with the third woe. Okay, death and destruction, the third grief. Okay, the beast shall hate the whore, man. Cause look at this. So look at this is the type of guy we're dealing with here, so you can understand. And you see on the screen it says Trump threatens out of line UK and EU with tariffs. Trump trying to put tariffs on the EU. It says Trump says EU will be hit with tariffs.
You know, we have over a $300 billion deficit. They don't take our cars. They don't take our farm products. They take almost nothing. And we take everything from them. Millions of cars, tremendous amounts of food and farm products. So the UK is way out of line, and we'll see the UK, but European Union is really out of line. UK is out of line, but I'm sure that one, I think that one can be worked out. But the European Union it's an atrocity, what they've done. Well, Prime Minister Starmer's been...
So that's it on that. So you just understand where like the dynamic of what's being said, you know. And Trump, he also, I don't think he refilled the it was something that he didn't do. If I can't remember, it's Salakia about him not refilling out the forms. Him not filling out the forms for the EU. I don't know, it was something like that. He said it would took too long. It would have took too long. It would have took years for it to be completed. I don't know. So this devil, you know, he's on the move. You know, he's putting tariffs on different things, and like he's playing the dictator role. You know. Yeah, man. So when you go to got another video. So these different things, just to show you this, just to show you, so you can get an idea that these nations, you know, that's once were aligned with America the Great, they're being fed up with her. Okay, no one is scared of America no more. No one is, you know, scriptures say. This is Joel 3 and 10. It says, beat your plowshares into swords and your pruning hooks into spears. Let the weak say, I am strong. And that's what you see going on. There's no more agricultural involvement in the world as it once was. Often made mention, or if India, or the Yahawah made mention of this in one of his lessons dealing with the farms, how India You know, it's one of the bigger portations in terms of agriculture is concerned, larger population and so forth. And it provides, I think, wheat or grain or something to that effect for the world. I know America, if I'm not mistaken, you got to fact check me on that. And one of the craziest points that I heard in that lesson was how the suicide rate is high amongst them because there's no way to continue living off of the means of providing vegetation for the economy. But two, you know, and also because of it's now GOV based, you know, and then two, so they're not willing to invest into those farmlands like you would think to provide vegetation, because they in their mind they have to spend, you know, invest more into a defense system to protect the people. They would make it seem like that, right? Like your life is more important than eating, when in reality eating has a lot to do with it. You know, so they're turning their they have you know, more access to different labs and different weaponry, backdoor deals, and all this shit going on in terms of what people will have access to. The reason why it said let the weak say I'm strong, because now they have access to build nuclear capability and have nuclear capability and have the power to build intercontinental ballistic missiles. All right, that can pierce the atmosphere, go out and come back in. You know, every nation has this capability now. That's why they're strong. They're military. They're not investing into agriculture. They're investing into what? Weaponry. Every nation most of its money is going to weaponry, armory, right? And I'm gonna play this video because these, and then we're gonna close with these a couple scriptures, because this is an example of a lot of these. Hey, like you said, the beast shall hate the whore. You know what I'm saying? These nations that he's aligned with are coming to the conclusion that, nigga, we don't need you, because you didn't have a lot of these countries and different politicians and different people coming up and speaking up against America at one point in time, man. You know what I'm saying? Because why? They got rich off her. You know, they couldn't say certain things. They were limited. But let's hear what he got to say right here. This is the guy from Canada. I forget his name. Let's see what he got to say.
I am announcing Canada will be responding to the U.S. trade action with 25% tariffs against $155 billion worth of American goods. This will include immediate tariffs on $30 billion worth of goods as of Tuesday, followed by further tariffs on $125 billion worth of American products in 21 days' time, to allow Canadian companies and supply chains to seek to find alternatives. Our response will also be far-reaching and include everyday items such as American beer, wine, and bourbon, fruits and fruit juices, including orange juice, along with vegetables, perfume, clothing, and shoes. It'll include major consumer products like household appliances, furniture, and sports equipment, and materials like lumber and plastics, along with much, much more. And as part of our response, we are considering, with the provinces and territories, several non-tariff measures, including some relating to critical minerals, energy, procurement, and other partnerships. We will stand strong for Canada. We will stand strong to ensure our countries continue to be the best neighbors in the world. I want to speak directly to Americans, our closest friends and neighbors. This is a choice that, yes, will harm Canadians, but beyond that, it will have real consequences for you, the American people. As I have consistently said, tariffs against Canada will put your jobs at risk, potentially shutting down American auto assembly plants and other manufacturing facilities. They will raise costs for you including food at the grocery stores and gas at the pump. They will impede your access to an affordable supply of vital goods crucial for U.S. security, such as nickel, potash, uranium, steel, and aluminum. They will violate the free trade agreement that the President and I, along with our Mexican partner, negotiated and signed a few years ago. Together, we've built the most successful economic, military, and security partnership the world has ever seen. A relationship that has been the envy of the world. Yes, we've had our differences in the past, but we've always found a way to get past them. As I've said before, if President Trump wants to usher in a new golden age for the United States, the better path is to partner with Canada, not to punish us.
Right, so you see that, not to punish us, because this man is he's a puppet. We understand this, but this man is, it's the face to spearhead this dominance even within his agreements with these different nations and allies and so forth. You heard the guy mention Mexico. Trump put a tariff on. Well, now it's being held off, I think, for a couple days, a week or so, but the tariff on Canada and and then let me show you Trump response. Let me show you this.
8-year-old Kyra Daniel.
You see, these people hate this place, man. Look, what do you say?
What I'd like to see Canada become our 51st state. We give them protection, military protection. We don't need them to build our cars. I'd rather see Detroit or South Carolina or any one of our Tennessee, any one of our states build the cars. They could do it very easily. We don't need them for the cars. We don't need them for lumber. We don't need them for anything. We don't need them for energy. We have more energy than they do. We don't need them for energy. So I say, why are we doing this? Why are we willing to lose between $100 billion and $200 billion a year? We don't need them. As a state, it's different. Look.
See, Trump's a businessman, and when you in business, you make what? Business moves and business decisions. No matter what, who don't know. No, it don't matter what the opposing. Hey, he gonna make the best decision for the business. You know what I'm saying? Just like Israel, like even us, we're a business. Marriage is a business. Our relationships is a business, and certain things have to be sacrificed, and certain things have to be said, and so forth and so forth. You know what I'm saying? Even though it might be harsh, but it's what the business need. That's all that matters, and that's how the Trump mind is too, man. It's what America, the business of America. America is a corporation. It's one big corporation. It's a business. Okay. So, that's why he said we don't need them, because why waste billions of dollars? See, it's a business. He's cutting business costs. All right, business expenses, things that don't make sense. So he want everything made in home in America, so that he don't have to rely on having allies and paying these allies this amount of money, and he could give it to the people. This is what he's pushing. But so what the one guy said, like he said in the video,
I am announcing
he's saying that basically that they're going against the contracts that they personally signed, you see, within each other, so so hey, look, let me look at this real quick. So as it says here, is Canada part of NATO? Yes, Canada has been a member of the NATO, of the North Atlantic Treaty Organization, which stands for NATO, since its founding in 1949. See that? So, Canada, a founding member of NATO, Okay, so we see that. Let me see if NATO. Let me see if it's a part of EU. Canada is one of the EU's official strategic partners, and our present-day relationships with the EU are framed by two agreements. So the European Union, right, which informally, before it became the European Union, was known as the EEC, European Economic Community. Okay, and I believe around 1957 or so. But yeah, man. So this makes up the beast. You know, NATO and the EU. This is what makes up the beast. Okay, this is what's prophesied in the book of Daniel and you know, in Revelations. When you go to Revelations 13, right, and 17. But let me read the point. This is Revelation 17 and 16. And the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast, these shall hate the whore, and shall make her desolate and naked, and shall eat her flesh and burn her with fire. Right? Because these 10 horns, okay, these 10 horns, all right, it says what is it? These 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast. These are the 10, you know, European Union, the EU nations, right? Right, and which now consist of way more, right? 29 or so nations now, I believe. Oh no, 32, right? 32 nations now, which were vassal states back in Rome, right? But they came back in they came back into power, like I said, around, you know, 1957 or so, like that, you know. So 1958. So the point is that, you know, they used to have ancient names, right? Anglo-Saxons, Franks, you know, the Lombards and Suevi, you know, Visigoths and so forth, right? Those are the ancient names, and they go by different names now, right? But this is what it's talking about. This, the alliances between nations. The reason why NATO was formed. Let me show you this. To protect, I'm so read what it says. The North Atlantic Treaty Organization, NATO, was created in 1949 to protect the freedom and security of its members from the Soviet Union. The alliance was formed after World War II, when the Soviet Union accompanied parts of Europe and installed communist governments. Right? The Soviet Union has to deal with who? Russia. Okay. All right. You had John Stalin. You have many other people that was, you know, that, you remember the prophecy that I showed in the beginning, which, you know, the guy was talking like this because he's an Israelite. This video here, you know, he talked about the symbol, right? You know, you get the NAZI symbol, right? They had to do with one of the wars, man. I believe was that World War I or World War II? Let me see. Adolf Hitler. World War II. Right. Nazi Germany. Right. So this is what you have going on here. You have a system created to combat this system, which Russia is in that ancient spirit right now, that Soviet USSR type of spirit. Okay. So let's go back. So this guy Trump is, I don't see it no other way. This is Revelation 17 and 10. Revelation 17 and 16 again, the 10 horns. So you understand, the 10 horns deal with EU, the NATO and the EU, which thou sawest upon the beast, right? These shall hate the whore. Who's the whore? The whore is America, man. Okay. When you jump up to the first verse, and there came one of the 7 angels, had the 7 vials, and talked with me, saying, come hither, I will show unto thee the judgment of the great whore, that sitteth upon many waters, man. Right? And Nahum 3, you know, Jeremiah 51, Habakkuk 2. Okay. Verse 2, with whom the kings of the earth have committed fornication, right? The philosophies and doctrines that put away their old custom ways and so forth, and brought their democracy in. Okay, and the inhabitants of the earth have been made drunk with the wine of her fornication. Okay, anyway, when they say a whore that sitteth upon many waters, Salaki, it's talking about the people, right? The people are the waters, and the nations got rich off the people. All right, by indoctrinating them with the way of Babylon, they saw a way to get rich. It talks about that in Revelations 18, okay, as well. In verse 3, so he carried me away in the spirit into the wilderness, and I saw a woman sit upon a scarlet colored beast, and full of names of blasphemy. Right, that woman is again referring to America, man. Job 9:24. That scarlet is just going into the redness of it. All right, the color red, and I did a lesson on that. The crimson, the who's the bankers, what they name go back to, and so forth and so forth. Revelations 18 and 19. Well, I mean, really the whole chapter. You see what I'm saying? But this is who we dealing with. This great whore, man. Right? She's in bed with everybody. Okay, that's what a whore is. It says having 7 heads and 10 horns. Right? The EEC, like we said, right, is alliances, man. All right. And the woman was arrayed in purple and scarlet color and decked with gold and precious stones and pearls, and having a golden cup in her hand for the abominations and filthiness of her fornication. Doing as she will, right? Being engulfed in sin. All right, 5, and upon her forehead was a name written, Mystery Babylon the Great, the mother of harlots and the abominations of the earth. So that she's the mother of harlots. Scripture says mother is as a daughter is as the mother. She resembles all the ancient kingdoms before her in terms of practicing dark magic. She combined all of it and became the greatest wizard on the earth, the greatest witch on the earth. That's why you see all the customs in one place. All right, but not just all the customs in terms of food, certain games, but they got the dark practices, the dark magic that was practiced in those kingdoms, all in one in America, man. When you break down the verse 5, it breaks down to 666, man. In Hebrew, Mystery Babylon the Great, the mother of harlots and abominations of the earth. It was a mystery because at one point, it wasn't known. This place wasn't known to be this, right? But the Lord revealed it into His servants, the prophets. And I saw the woman drunken with the blood of the saints and with the blood of martyrs of YAHWASHI. And when I saw her, I wondered with great admiration. So we're dealing with the scarlet beast, right? This red beast, symbolizing royalty. All right, which is why you saw DJ, which is like he said, the prophecy would be a man in red cape, hat, and red this and red that, make America great again. This guy right here, that's the scarlet colored beast. So you jump back down, Revelation 17 and 17. It says, and the result is, like it says in the 16, they're gonna be burnt with fire, man. That's what you do to a whore, a harlot, or in a witch. You burn a witch with fire. For Yahweh have put in their hearts to fulfill His will, and to agree and to give their kingdom unto the beast, until the words of Yahweh shall be fulfilled. And that's what you're seeing being fulfilled right now. That's why we're talking about it, because that's showing you that we're at the end of the Lord's movie being fulfilled. And the woman which thou sawest is that great city which reigneth over the kings of the earth. You see? And how is this place going to be melted? By the missiles, man. Trump trying to put tariffs on the EU. You know what I'm saying? Like, this guy is Lord willing, he's going to be the one to issue in this third woe. Lord willing is edifying, like to give all honor, glory, infinite praise, and worship to our power, Yahawah, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, RAWCHAA, HAQADASH. Double honors to our apostle, elder bishop, great millstone, peace, salutations to the whole elect. Until next time, Shalom.